All right, welcome to our first lesson. So today we're going to be talking about adding integers. So let's talk about what integers are, what they're comprised of, all that good stuff. So you guys know types of numbers. You know what a positive number is. It's any number greater than 0, and these are to the right of 0. Let's put a semicolon there on a number line. Okay, so any number greater than 0 and to the right of 0 on a number line. A negative number is any number less than 0 and to the left of 0 on a number line. So then we have integers. An integer is any whole number that is either positive or negative and 0. Okay, so 0 is an integer, positive 5 is an integer, positive 17 is an integer, negative 12 is an integer, negative 2 is an integer. Okay, so all of these things are integers. Now, there's another vocabulary term that I want you to understand, and that's opposite numbers. Okay, opposite numbers are numbers that are the same distance from 0 on either side. So for example, negative 3 has a distance of 3 away from 0, but it's 3 to the left, and positive 3, that's 3 to the right. Okay, so if I want to give you an example, let's say negative 7 and positive 7. Another example would be negative 12 and positive 12. We can do 15 and negative 15. Okay, any two numbers that are the same distance away from 0. Negative 7 is 7 to the left, positive 7 is 7 to the right, negative 12 is 12 to the left, 12 is 12 to the right, 15 is 15 to the right, negative 15 is 15 to the left. The only number that does not have an opposite, the only number that does not have an opposite is what? Is 0. Okay, that's the only number that doesn't have an opposite. There's no such thing as negative 0. Please do not say negative 0 on anything. I will mark it wrong because that's not a number. It's not a real answer. All right, so today we're actually going to talk about adding integers. So when we're adding integers, there are a few things that we need to take note of. Okay, there's a few things that we really need to notice. So the first thing is going to be, I'll exit this, there we go. If we have like signs, okay? If we have like signs, what does that mean? It means if I'm adding two numbers that are either positive, so 4 plus 12, or negative 4 plus negative 12, okay? Both of these, 4 and 12, both of these numbers are positive. They have like signs. Here, negative 4 and negative 12 also have like signs. They're all negative, okay? So when we have like signs, we are just going to add our numbers and keep the sign, okay? So I want you to remember a little acronym, and we're going to call this LAX, okay? This means like signs when we're adding, we add like signs and we keep the sign, Okay, if we're adding two positive numbers, we're going to add them like we always do. 4 plus 12, everyone knows that. That gives me 16, right? So I can automatically just say 4 plus 12 equals 16. Let's do this. I'm going to put the equal sign here. Equals 16. And then 4 plus negative 12 equals 16. But since they're both negative, I get negative 16. Okay, it's that simple. As long as the signs are the same, you just add them and you keep the sign. So for example, if I gave you these problems, 5 plus 10, you guys should all know the answer to that. It's 15. If I gave you negative 6 plus negative 7, all you have to really think about is, okay, they're both negative, so my answer has to be negative, and 6 plus 7 is 13. Okay? That's it. You just add them like you normally would. If I gave you something a little bit harder, and I said negative 29 plus negative 48, it's fine. You're adding two negatives, so you know my answer is going to be negative. 48 plus 29 gives me 77. So my answer is negative 77. Okay? That's it in terms of same sign. Okay? If they're the same sign, that's all you have to do. But what happens if they're not the same sign? Okay? If they're not the same sign?